My dear friends, today we are here to discuss about the stereochemistry of steroid. Till today, we have completed the different stereochemistry of different compounds, mainly decalin, hydringens, and now steroids. In case of decalin, A and B ring, two rings are there, and in these two rings, how they are joined with each other by axial equatorial or equatorial equatorial. There are two conformations in decalin. So here what we are going to see for decalin A and B ring, attendance C and D rings, how they combine with each other, how they attach with each other, how they fuse with each other, that part we are going to explain. Because most of the students confused what is the attachment of these steroids, how these rings are attached. So here steroid are natural products. These rings are occur in steroid. It is a biological active compound. It involves four hydrophenanthrin ring attached with five-member ring. What is important? Phenanthrin ring we know A, B, C ring. These are phenanthrin nucleus, phenanthrin moiety, and it is attached with the five-member cyclic ring, and it becomes a steroid nucleus. So basic skeletal structures of steroid is the four rings with the attachment at carbon 70. Here you might be observed this four rings, ring number A, ring number B, ring number C, and ring number D. These four rings are there. What is the attachment? Because in planar structure, we studied that planar structures, and there are two types of bonds, all CH bonds. The bonds which are pointing upward directions are known as beta hydrogens, or the groups are hydrogen which are pointing downward direction known as alpha hydrogens or alpha as substituent groups. In this case, the groups which are pointing upward directions, this becomes as a upper phase, so known as beta phase, lower, and another one is lower phase. Phase means what? We don't. Any flat portion is there, there are two parts. One is upper portion, another is lower portion. Upper phase and lower phase, two phases are there. When we are considering double bond, upper phase is there, lower phase is there. So the rings are there, four rings are there. Upper side it is known as beta phase, lower side is known as alpha phase. Hence we will explain about the cis and trans conformations in this phi alpha and phi beta. We will explain that time you should not be confused. Upper phase is beta phase, lower phase is alpha phase. Now, whatever angular methyl groups, two methyl groups are there, and in between A and B and C and D. So this structure already written on this blackboard or whiteboard, and you can observe this. Simultaneously, I am going to show you how these groups are attached with each other. That part today we'll see about steroid. So then in steroid, there are two types of diastereomers or conformations, we can say. So one is known as cis conformation, another known as trans conformation. In case of steroidal structures, so I explained that in theory, the substituent groups present at carbon 17, it may be H, then it is known as androstenedione. It is there, it is written there. So like this, it is about planar structure, but in case of this is structure of trans conformations of steroid. So in trans conformation, the A ring and B rings are in the chair form. C ring is also chair form, and D ring, it is not six-member ring, it is a five-member ring. Now, this A ring and B ring, how they are joined with each other, both are trans with both are trans with each other. A ring and B ring fused with trans with each other. Means trans means what? Their bond fusion takes place at these equatorial bonds with the equatorial bond. One ring joined with the another ring by equatorial bonds with equatorial bonds. And this fusion is known as equatorial bond fusion. And what about rings B and ring C? These are also attached with equatorial bond fusion, while D ring also fused equatorial bond fusion. Means since trans all gives us equatorial bond fusion, axial bond fusion is not possible in this molecule. Now, so what about the stereochemistry of this compound? So in this case, ring B, ring C and D are always equatorial bond fusion. Only there is possibility of A ring. A ring might be like this another conformation known as cis conformation. It is the axial equatorial bond fusion, and as axial equatorial bond fusion, it gives us inversion of configuration. That flipping of the molecule can be takes place in this A ring and B ring, and remaining part is remain as it is. So today, firstly we'll start with A ring and B ring as a decalin. We studied in decalin as a trans conformation, and then we'll see hydrindans part, and combined we will explain about stereochemistry of steroid. In this case, steroid. This is the structure of steroid as a nucleus. So in this steroid, the ring A ring is this one, B ring is this one, C ring is this one, and D ring. How they are fused with each other, that is the important part. Because most of the time students confuse how the attachment expressed. So see here, these molecules I am rotating, you just see. Afterwards we will explain the detailed parts. So this type I am holding this like this way. So in this case, one by one we will proceed. First 6-member ring, A ring. Second one, 6-member ring, B ring. So how they are fused with each other. This is a one chair form. This is in another chair form. Now see this carbon hydrogen bond is there. Angular hydrogen we are considering suppose. So this CH bond is axial. What is axial? It is a parallel to the vertical axis. If we draw the vertical axis, it is parallel vertically, and this is also vertically placed. This is also parallel to the vertical axis. Means both these groups, as a CH group, they are in opposite side. Means they are trans with each other. So these two are trans with each other. Then when we see about another groups which are joined together, so this angular group. So here this CH group it is axial, axially placed. This CH group is also axial. So this axial, and they are opposite in side. Hence they are trans. So how it is fusion? Transfusion is there. So now last one, 5-member ring, 6-member ring, and 5-member ring. This is axial bonds. This is also axial bond. This axial bonds are opposite to each other, hence they are trans. Now come to the point A ring and B ring. Now this ring is A ring. How it is joined with this another ring? So this is axial bonds. What about this bond? What about this bond? Let's see close view of this molecule. So this is vertically placed axial bonds, and what about this bond? Equatorial bonds, because one axial, another equatorial bond is there. So in this case, this is axial bond. This is axial bond, and this attachment is there. It is equatorial. So means how this is to attack when we are considering this ring. So this bond and this bond, just here. This bond attachment is here. This carbon bond and this carbon bond to this ring. So this is axial bonds. Automatically this will be equatorial bonds. So these equatorial bonds This is also equatorial bond. So how bond fusion takes place? So this six-member ring joined with another six-member ring by equatorial bond fusion. Now consider ring B. Now see this ring. How this ring is attached with the another ring. So these rings, this is axial bonds. What about this bond? Automatically equatorial bond. So these equatorial bonds, what about this another attachment? Equatorial bond. So equatorial bond fusion between A ring and B ring is there. Now come to the point B to C ring, how they are attached with each other. So this C ring, as this is axially placed, axial hydrogen, axial CH bond, and this is also axial CH bond. They are opposite to each other in a transform. So how the attachment of this ring, ring B with the ring C. So this bond is equatorial bond, and this bond is also equatorial bond. So equatorial bond fusion is there. As this is axial, this is equatorial. As this is axial, this is equatorial. So equatorial bond fusion is there. In you consider now six-member ring and five-member ring, how they are attached with each other. So in this case, this CH bond, this is axial bond, atomic another one is equatorial bond. This is axial bond, automatically it will be equatorial bond. So equatorial bond fusion is there. Now, as last time we had explained about the decalin separately with the hydrogens. So in that stability concern, we explained detail. So what about the stability in transform and what is the stability of cis-form? So in this case, the molecule is rigid. The complete molecule is rigid in a transform because axial fusion is not possible. Only equatorial fusion is there. So in this case, this bond equatorial with another equatorial, so equatorial bond fusion is there. All the group, these molecules is rigid molecules. All the bonds, CH bonds or other bonds which are attached in these methyl groups, all these are away from each other. And as all groups are away from each other, they produce a strain, but that strain remains same because each group is away from each other. They tried their level best to remain away from the other atoms, and because of this, whatever stability is there, stability concern, transform is more stable than system. In case of system, so in this transform is there. So this transform is like this structure. So in this structure, what you are observing, first chair form joined with the another CH. One CH in this one chair form joined with the another chair form. So this bond, carbon-carbon 9 to 10 bond, it is equatorial because this is the axial bond which is perpendicular or which is parallel direct to the horizontal axis. So it is parallel to the vertical axis. If you draw the vertical line, vertical axis. So this is axial bond. Here this is axial bond. Now the attachment of one ring with another ring. So this ring joined with this ring. This is equatorial bond because this is axial bond. Automatically it will be equatorial bond. This is axial hydrogen. This is equatorial bond. So this bond is equatorial. This bond is equatorial. Since A and B rings are fused with each other by equatorial bond fusion. So this part is done. Then this B ring and C ring, how they are attached with each other. So this CH bond is axial bond and another fusion is there at this point 8 to 7 bond 7 8 bond. This bond is equatorial. And what about this bond is equatorial because this is axial bond, this is axial bond here, this is axial bond. So this bond is equatorial, this bond also equatorial B. So hence equatorial bond fusion is there. Now consider this C ring with the D ring, how they are attached with each other. This carbon methyl group or whatever if CH is there then CH, it is axial, axially placed, while this CH bond it is also axially placed. Both are axial. Automatically this carbon 13 17 bond it is equatorial bond and this carbon 14 15 it is also equatorial bond. So both are equatorial bond. Means overall in trans conformations you will get all are fused with each other by transfuse. Transfuse means equatorial bond fusion. Axial bond fusion is not possible because this ring it is supposed to attach here this ring is attached here, it is not possible. It breaks the second ring, the B ring. Hence, due to this, only one type conformation is there, and that is nothing but equatorial bond fusion in whole molecule. As I said, equatorial bond fusion, in this no flexibility is there. It is molecule is rigid. If we try to bend this molecule, it is not possible. It will break. So hence, all the atoms, hydrogen atoms or substance groups or methyl groups, they are away from each other and they produce less steric hindrance, less steric repulsion. And as it produces less steric repulsion, the stability it is to be more. Stability of the transform it will be more. In case of cis conformation, what about B ring, C ring, and D ring? B, C, and D ring. It is always some exception cases may be there for substitution compound. Otherwise, these three rings are always transfused with each other. They are transfused with each other. And now this A ring, it may be adopt chair form, but it is different. Different means it is not attached with the equatorial bond fusion. This attachment is somewhat different. Now we consider, suppose this ring is there. First, we for this ring, A ring. How this A ring it is to be connected with the B ring. So this methyl group is axial. If it is axial, this bond is equatorial. So when this ring it is fused with this carbon 9 and 10 carbon with equatorial bonds, while the 5 and 6 carbon, this bond it is equatorial bond. So one is so this bond fusion is nothing but it is equatorial bond. This is axial bond, while this carbon 9 it is a, when we are considering A ring, then this 9 and 10 it is axially placed because it is not horizontal, it is horizontally placed. If we that molecules we can be transfer or we can say it can be rotation. If we use the rotation of this one, this becomes as head. Suppose automatically if ring is there, this ring can become like this one. Then what will be there? So this carbon-carbon bond, this carbon-carbon bond it acts as an axial group. When we consider A ring, so this is A ring which is joined with this carbon 9 and 10, it is axial bond, and this become equatorial bond. When we consider this ring, D ring, then this bond is axial bond, while this is equatorial bond. But when we are considering this ring, which is attached with the carbon 9 and 10, it is equatorial bond. This is equatorial bond, and this is also equatorial bond. When we are considering this, sorry, when we are considering this ring, then this bond, carbon 9, 10, it is become axial, this become equatorial. So how this ring fuse axial, equatorial bond fusion. Axial and equatorial bond fusion is there. But when we consider this ring as a B ring, how this is attached with, so this methyl group it is acts as a axial group. This is acts as a axial. And while this carbon-carbon bond, it is 10 and 1. 110, this bond, it is nothing but how it is attached to this ring equatorially. This is equatorial automatically. This ring having this 4, 5 carbons, this carbon-carbon bond, it is axially placed when we are considering this as a B ring. When we consider B ring, automatically this is fused with this bond and this bond. So this bond is equatorial, this bond is axial when we are considering. So now next ring B and ring C, how they are attached with each other. When we consider this B ring, then this bond is nothing but equatorial bond. And what about this bond? So this bond and this bond. So both are equatorial. So this carbon-carbon bond and this carbon-carbon bond, they are how this fuse. This carbon-carbon bond is equatorial, and this carbon-carbon bond it is equatorial. 8 and 14 is equatorial bond because this bond it is axial bond, and this bond is equatorial. So this bond fusion is equatorial bond fusion. Now when we are considering this ring to this ring, so this carbon methyl is nothing but axial bonds. This carbon hydrogen is axial bond. So automatically this is equatorial bond, this is equatorial bond. So equatorial bond fusion is a transfusion. So here transfusion is there, here transfusion is there. So only problem is there for in cis conformation, two rings are joined by axial equatorial or equatorial axial. Axial. This is possible in this spheroid. So now see the structure. In these conformations, A ring when we are considering this A ring and B ring, how these are to be attached with each other. So this six-member ring joined with another six-member ring. This CH bond is axial bond. This CH bond is axial bond. This is transform. So in transform, it should be all are equatorial bond fusion. So now so when we are considering this six-member ring, just six-member ring. This CH bond it is axial. Automatically this will be equatorial. This is axial. This is equatorial. Just see this side. One is axial. This is equatorial bond. So equatorial bond fusion. When we consider this ring with this another ring. So this ring, this is attachment. This is axial bonds. This is also axial bonds. So remaining this carbon-carbon bond and this carbon-carbon bond are nothing but equatorial. So this fusion is also equatorial bond fusion. Now see this C ring with the D ring. So how the attachment is there? So this is axial groups. This is also axial group CH, and this is equatorial. This is equatorial. So bond fusion is axial equatorial. So this axial equatorial is nothing but equatorial, not axial. So this group is axial, automatically this is equatorial. This is axial, this is equatorial. So bond fusion in combine this decalin and hydrogen, it shows all the rings are joined with each other by equatorial bond fusion. I think you maybe understand about how the attachment is there. Understood? I am proceeding. So here see this ring joined with another this ring by equatorial bond fusion. This ring to this ring, it is equatorial, and last one is also equatorial bond fusion. Now this is about transform. Only this form first ring gives us axial equatorial. Otherwise, all remaining shows equatorial bond fusion. And equatorial bond fusion, it is rigid molecule. Axial bond formation, it is not possible in the molecule. So this is about ring A, ring B, and ring C. What about ring D? So in ring D, there are three types of conformations are there. Three types of conformations are there. Which are the three types of conformation? So this is cyclopentane ring. Cyclopentane ring, this is carbon 17. Carbon 17. If substituent groups are present here, this, this is a side chain. It is possible only carbon 17. Now, what are the different conformations of cyclopentane? Cyclopentane shows three types of conformation. In three types of conformation, what is the idea? Two are envelope form, while one is half chair form. So two envelope form means what? So here, how many carbon atoms are present? Five carbon atoms are there. So out of five carbon, four carbon atoms present in a one plane. Four carbon present in a one plane, while another carbon is remain above the plane or below the plane. Again, I am explaining. Four carbon atoms are present in one plane, while one carbon is above the plane. In the second case, four carbon atoms are in one plane, while fourth carbon atom is below the plane. Fifth carbon is below the plane. It forms structure like envelope. Like envelope. The envelope 4 points are there, which are present like a square, and while one carbon is there above the plane, it is like envelope. Envelope. That closing part is there. It that triangle type in envelope. And another structure is half chair. In half chair, what is the idea? this one carbon atom is above the ring, another carbon is below the ring, and remaining three carbons are present in the one one plane. So due to which it gives us half chair conformation, not complete chair. The half chair conformation is there. So these are the three conformations of cyclopentane ring. This is depends upon what why I said like two envelope structure and one half chair. It will depend upon the substance. If substituent groups are present as a bulky groups, as a larger groups, as produce more steric strain, and due to more steric strain, the shape or size of the ring automatically change. If certain groups are present here, these groups becomes away from the molecule. Try to away from the molecule. And because of this comes closer, the remaining four carbon atoms present in a one plane. Uh, If all are substituted groups, then crowding effect will be there, more steric strain it will be there, and every carbon tries their level base to go away from each other to create less steric hindrance, and due to which as more steric hindrance is there, more steric strain is there, automatically stability of that molecule will be less. So this is a concern about the steroid. So this is attachment. More of the students they confuse, and because of this I going to show this. So again, just see, this is A ring, this is B ring. How they are attached? They are attached in transform as equatorial bond fusion. This is axial bonds. Automatically, this is equatorial bonds because one axial bond is there, another equatorial bond is there. In cyclohexane, we know this. We studied in TYBSc. There are four types of conformations are there. One is chair conformation, another boat conformation, half chair conformation, and twist boat conformation. We studied that part in TYBSc. But now you are not in TYBSc. You are now in MSc Part 2. You must know about this steroid. In this steroid A ring side, this is chair form, this is chair form, this is chair form, and another five-member ring. It is like envelope form or half chair conformation. So this one chair joined with another chair, when they are transfused with each other, then they fused with equatorial bond fusion. Then when we are considering B ring and C ring or A ring, they are joined with equatorial bond fusion. Or when this A rings, B rings, C rings and D rings, all are equatorial bond fusion is there, then they are known as trans conformations of steroid, transconformation steroid. Just you see the structure, view of this. You will get the idea about all the bonds are like this. This is a transform, and how this is arrangement is there. Yes. All are chair. Only problem is there for five-member ring. As five-member ring, as we know, as the ring decreases, size of the ring decreases, stability of that molecule is also decreases. It will not stable because of angle strain is there, Bayer strain is there, more Bayer strain is there. So in explanations of Heidelberg, we explain that the torsional bond angle of five-member ring and torsional bond angle is six-member ring. A six-member ring torsional bond angle is increased because of five-member ring which is attached with it produces or flatten the structure of six-member ring in hydrogen. So that is C ring. So this is the attachment of each carbon in steroid. Only change is there if this is in cis conformation. If first ring is in cis conformation, then attachment is axial equatorial. So this attachment is there. This is axial bond. This is equatorial bond. While when we are considering this ring, then this carbon bond it is the axial bond, and this is equatorial bond. So all these only only this carbon number 10 and carbon number 5 there is This stereochemistry change. Remaining is they are joined with each other by equatorial bond fusion. Equatorial bond. In case of here, this carbon atom is number as 5 carbon atom. This CH bond which is above the plane, it is known as beta hydrogen, beta CH bond. While in this case, this 5 alpha is there. Uh, this CH bond is known as 5 alpha because downside it is nothing but alpha phase, upper phase is nothing but beta phase. And hence, what about the stability concern? In stability, this transform it is more stable than cis-bond. So this is about the stereochemistry of or point of attachment or attachment of each ring. It is to be explained in steroid. Okay, thank you.